So I'm in BMW i3. Since some time I wish to replace my E39 5 Series BMW with something more modern, like an electric car. And I found out it's extremely difficult to make very good experiences with like second-hand electronic cars, because most of the, rental agencies do not rent them anymore. And like second-hand car sellers don't like people to do long test drives. So right now I rented an E3 for 2-3 hours from one of the car sharing services here in Switzerland, and we can find out together how it is. Yeah, okay, let's go. So the first thing that I would like to try is how is this car on the highway? Because I mean, it's a city car that will be great for driving around in the city. That's basically obvious. But the real challenge is like, can you also do a little bit longer trips with it without that you, break your neck? And for me this is critical because I use the car, 90% driving around in town, going to the train station, getting some supermarket and groceries done. But sometimes I want to visit friends or relatives in Germany and there is not good public transportation there. And this can be trips like 500 kilometers, 600 kilometers. And this should also be doable. And occasionally, maybe once a year or every 2 years, I also love to make a long road trip through the Autoput Silayolu to Turkey. And this would also be quite interesting how the i3 handles that and whether you can do that. But for now, I think it's okay. I'm really not... for sure it's not a 5 Series. It's a little bit more shaky. It's a very light car for its, the fact that it's an electric car. This is, I think, i3s, so it has a little bit harder suspension. I guess the normal version is also a little bit softer. And then I have to find a solution how I can also show the area, because now I'm going to the highway. But later I want to go onto the Jaunpass. For someone who's driving like an old automatic BMW with a 6-cylinder gasoline engine, the braking action is the opposite. The automatic car will just continue driving if you don't brake, and the electric car brakes when you don't accelerate. And the acceleration is pretty fast. Whoa! I'm recording on the DJI Pocket 3. It has a very new variable ND filter from Newer, and it's stuck to the window with a suction cup on an action mount holder, and I just hope it will not fall down. I would have loved to rent the car for longer, not just for a few hours, but for like a weekend and do a nice road trip on the weekend, during the weekend. But the problem is, as I mentioned, the rental agencies, like the normal ones, don't rent it anymore because it's out of production for I think 2 years now. And the only companies that still have it, like the car sharing agencies like I'm using now, they are punitively more expensive as soon as you drive more than 100 kilometers or 200 kilometers. For this car now, I will drive for 3 hours, and I said it will be around 100 kilometers. I will pay 80 to 90 francs. And if I would rent this one for 2 days, with 500 kilometers, the price would be 400 francs. And honestly, that's a little bit too much. This is the moment I have been waiting for, because I never drove this car faster than 50 kilometers per hour. And now I am curious about the noise that we will have on the highway, whether this is somehow bearable or not. Whee! But at least it drives pretty Nice. Now let's floor it. Woohoo! Not bad. 100 kilometers per hour, but it's quite comfortable. And oh my god, it goes. Amazing. No, that's not bad. Let's take cruise control. No, that's great. It's really comfortable. That's fine. I mean, of course, it's louder than a 5 Series BMW. You have to raise the voice a little bit to talk, but it's not at all unbearable or so. I think you can easily do a trip of multiple hours like this. That's not bad. Let's go a little bit faster. 130 kilometers per hour. Seems I'm in the way from other people too here. Nice. I like it. What you notice though is, I mean, the AC is pretty good. I also read on the internet that the AC is supposed to be struggling sometimes, but it's like blowing very cold currently. I think we have something like 25 degrees outside, so it's not cold. Works well, but you feel that there is a lot of sun. But it's nice. It's really nice. And now give it the end of the construction zone. 120. Cruise control works well. 95% of battery. So we are now cruising comfortably with 80 kilometers an hour through the Gruyère. So what's going on with the M135i in front of us? Man, he's cruising. I mean, I have to admit that driving this car is extremely fun because it's just so incredibly responsive. It has torque immediately when you push the pedal, and it's really, really accelerating fast. And it drives well. I think it's also not very heavy. It's like 1.4 tons or so. It has very thin, light wheels, which is very good for, how to say, maneuverability. Not good for traction, but that's another subject. Now driving these past mountain roads, you're very fast, driving comfortably though. I like it a lot. I'm a very, very big fan of the car. It's a long time I didn't have like, oh, I want this effect for a car. Yeah, great. Oh. So this is the car. This is a beautiful Jauntal. It has huge tires. The interior, I think, especially on this model, is pretty bland. It looks very grey and dull, but I also think it exists in with a nicer interior, with wood or wood imitation and such. But it's quite roomy. I think it looks nice, or it can look nice. Maybe not if it's as boring as this one. It has a big screen in the middle for navigation and such, a small screen for the speed, and the gear shift is on the steering column. It has the typical iDrive, which works very well. I mean, this is really a refined system. And the back doors are suicide doors. It's a little bit, it reminds me the Toyota FG Cruiser, which also has this type of suicide half doors. And for me, I mean, this is the seat how I am driving it. And if I sit back here, behind myself basically, I'm 1.83 m, I have enough space. I mean, it's not very roomy, but it's good enough. The biggest problem is that the window doesn't open. You're a little bit like culled in. But there is a drink holder. And what else? Well, nothing much. Okay, let's continue the last 10 minutes or so to the Jaunpass platform, and then we go back to So I really have to think about a solution to film while driving and to see the road a little bit. Because like this with the suction cup in front of the DJI Pocket 3, it's not ideal. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. So yeah, I think this was a long enough video. I will stop it now, just walk a little bit outside in the fresh air, and then let's go back. Bye.